Poppy, should we make a video about Villa? Do you want to make a video about Villa? Come on then. Let's make a video about Villa. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like we're making a video about Villa, and I want to put a smile on your face because my dog certainly put one on my face. Just read this, please. Let's start with a smile. If I'd said to you 2 years ago, whilst you were hovering over bottom of the league under Steven Gerrard, that now, 2 years later, or 2.5 years later, you'd be in the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League against Club Brugge, a game that you're probably favourites in. Marco Asensio would score 4 goals in 2 home games, assisted by Marcus Rashford. You would literally put me in a mental home. So this is where Villa are at the moment, and it is incredibly exciting. I know there's been inconsistencies in results, but surely you are happy about the way, the direction the club are going. This trajectory that they've been on, eventually it will start plateauing a little bit because you can't just keep on going up and up and up. There will be a slight drop off, plateauing a little bit, even though there hasn't even been a drop off. So what I'm trying to say to you is there's real big positives happening at Villa Park at the moment, and we're seeing that last night against Cardiff City. Villa have actually reached quarterfinals of the FA Cup for the first time in 10 years. I haven't been this far in 10 years. So not only have you been bossing it in the Champions League, you're bossing it in the cup competitions as well, and it was a real professional performance. So I want to give my overall thoughts, but if you like that previous slide, let's put it back on so you can read it again, because it will certainly put a smile on your face. If you like this slide, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on another episode. Turn notifications on. Why not? It was a real positive, mature display from Aston Villa last night. Cardiff City, give them their credit. They came with a game plan to be solid, defend well, and try and pick their moments and counter-attack in Aston Villa. They come to Villa Park to make it extremely difficult, and when teams sit in low blocks, they try and set triggers, and that's what they were trying to do last night. They were trying to force Aston Villa into negative passes or a negative touch, and that's where they would be aggressive and try and win the ball. But Aston Villa actually had a lot of quality in possession, dominated the game. It was a real mature performance. What I enjoyed about it the most is they stuck to their game plan. They didn't try and force things. They were being adventurous at the right times when the openings were appearing, when the gaps were appearing. So it was a real mature, controlling display. And to be honest, Aston Villa oozed class last night. I'm not one of those fans that think just because you're playing a lower league side that you should dominate the game and win 4-5-0. Football doesn't work like that. I'm literally watching the Crystal Palace game now. Millwall are down to 10 men. They were 2-0 down and they scored just before half-time. So a lack in concentration can cost you. And this is what I'm trying to say about mature performance from Aston Villa. Didn't panic. They continued to probe and they had a sense of urgency. And what I was delighted about is they kept on doing the right things. I often say that in football games, if you do the right things, eventually it will come. And this is why I wasn't worried when Aston Villa drew to Ipswich, because they were doing the right things. So as long as you continue to do that, the results will come. So if once those right things stop happening, I think that's when football fans can be worried. But the chances in the first half give you signs that eventually they would fashion out a goal. And that's exactly what happened. Seeing the chance where Bailey went on the outside for once, which I want to give him credit for, because a lot of the times he does cut inside, but this time he did go on the outside, put a lovely ball across goal, very dangerous ball. Marcus Rashford on the volley over the bar, and that set the signs. And then Ollie Watkins had his chances. Yes, there weren't clear-cut chances, but as long as they're getting in the right positions, that's all you can ask for. It's when those chances stop, that's when you start to begin worried. But when a team comes and puts 10 men behind the ball or 9 men behind the ball, it's so difficult to break down because there's less room. But Villa actually looked really sharp, and I thought they were moving the ball around nicely, crisply, and they were doing well to create space against a low block. And it just seemed to me like from minute one, Aston Villa understood the game extremely well. They were picking the moments and when to be incisive and when to be direct. And that's the type of game that Tielemans and McGinn can thrive in as a duo. I often worry about them physicality-wise in the Premier League, where other teams can impose themselves on you, and I worry about them to win midfield. But against Cardiff, that's the type of game you need those players in. Technical ability, somebody who can just find a pass, that's got the vision, got the execution when they're playing the ball. And I thought Aston Villa moved the ball extremely well. And I really enjoyed the setup that Aston Villa had. There was lots of interchanging between players. players, but they really squeezed the pitch and suffocated Cardiff into their own half. Once you do that, it disables any outlet Cardiff can have, and the majority of the game was played in Cardiff half, and that's why Aston Villa were the only team looking like they were going to win that game. There was plenty of off-ball movement, and what I've noticed was the understanding of the wingers and the fullbacks, Ian Matson's understanding of when to overlap, when to underlap, same with Garcia, and they were causing Cardiff real problems because it was shifting their players out of their natural position, and this was opening up space for Rashford or Leon Bailey to get in behind. And we are going to touch upon some individual performances very shortly, but I thought every player played his part. Defenders were being disciplined, midfielders were zipping the ball around nicely, forwards were coming to link up play and being direct and threatening, so it was a really mature performance from Aston Villa. But in games like this, where a team just comes up to defend and try and catch you on the counter-attack, the game can slide away from you so easily. So I just thought it was a really mature performance from all players, because in a game like this, you can become frustrated and you'll try things that you wouldn't necessarily try. You'll try and force things and snap at chances. And I didn't really see that from Aston Villa. They were doing the right thing. So I knew eventually they would get that opening goal. And we're seeing that in the second half with Marco Asensio scoring 2 beautiful goals. So composed in the box. His ability to find space and his technical execution is just glorious. You can see from Marco Asensio that he's played at the highest level. There was one moment in the first half where the ball was in the air and he just brought it down with his first touch so elegantly, just cushioned it into his stride. And I just thought that's peak football. That is everything I like about football, just artistry. And I think he's doing that at Villa Park is outstanding. That just shows where Aston Villa are at the moment. So there is some individual performances I want to talk about, but the first one I haven't wrote about, and I'm just going to throw it in there, is Leon Bailey, because he's a guy that frustrates the hell out of me, because I think he needs to learn how to release the ball at the right times, but his final product needs to improve. And I've also wanted him to add some unpredictability into his game, and I've seen a little bit of that last night where he started to go on the outside and trust his right foot a lot more, and that's where the chance for Rashford came in the first half. So I just wanted to give him a little bit of credit because he was working hard off the ball. And when you're a dribbler like Leon Bailey, on the naked eye, he's going to look inconsistent. Look at all dribblers bar about 5. 9 times out of 10, the dribbles don't come off, but he's giving you something different. He's trying to make a moment out of nothing. And sometimes you need those players in your squad. I think Rashford's another example, but he's far better at it. But Leon Bailey just needs to add more consistency in his dribbling. But I liked it how he was adding a little bit of different dimensions to his game yesterday. So just wanted to give him that credit. But Ollie Watkins, the reason why I put Ollie Watkins in this wasn't his best of games, but I don't think that game complemented what he likes to do. So his ability to adapt and still get on the end of chances is very admirable, because that's what you want from your striker. Even though he's not having the best of games and the game's not really suited to his attributes, where he likes to use the space, likes to run the channels, there was no space to do that. But the signs that he's still getting on the end of chances, still getting into good positions, is a massive positive, because you know eventually those chances will find the back of the net. And on the flip side of those chances, I thought he was pinning their centre-backs really well. So I just wanted to give him a little bit of credit, because it's not his natural game. So his ability to adapt for the team is very respectful. And then we've got Marco Asensio. What can I say about this guy? I bet you Aston Villa fans are still pinching themselves that this guy is at the football club. 4 goals in these last 2 home games. He's silky, he's smooth, he's elegant, he's intelligent. Class just oozes out of him. Super composed in all areas of the pitch, unfazed in every single moment, and he always makes the right decisions 9 times out of 10. His experience shows on the pitch. His ability just to find pockets of space is excellent, and his talent and his quality just shines through. Aston Villa can now play a different way. They can be more effective playing between the lines. What I used to love about Aston Villa is you used to move the ball into midfield, then you'd have Morgan Rogers, Jacob Ramsey, Ollie Watkins looking to exploit space in behind. But now you've got Marco Asensio that'll come to the ball, receive on the half turn, and then get Aston Villa on the way. So it's just another way of pulling the opposition out of their natural structure and exploiting space. So even if Marco Asensio doesn't receive the ball in the half space, he's probably pulled somebody he's drawn attention towards him that'll free up somebody like Ollie Watkins or Marcus Rashford or Morgan Rogers or Leon Bailey. How many more players do I want to identify? But this is what I'm saying about profiles fit different systems. Marco Asensio's profile is now giving Aston Villa a different option on the football pitch, and the class and the beauty of the guy. He's just going to get better and better if he's not quality already. And then we've got Marcus Rashford, who, again, I want to speak highly of. And I bet you're thinking I'm just a positive guy, but generally, the only thing I'm missing about his performance last night was a goal, which is coming because the signs are there. His match sharpness is coming back, and he's looking really strong and healthy. Complete opposite of what we're seeing at Man United. What I enjoyed about his performance the most, yes, he's got quality on the ball, but it's his attitude and desire. Not everything comes off for him, but he's got that hunger, he's got that desire to keep on going and going and going. This was something that was labelled against him when he was at Man United, but his recent endeavour at Aston Villa deserves a start and is actually really impressive. He's direct, he's aggressive on the ball, and he's got the ability just to glide past opponents in one-on-one situations. It's a big difference when you're coming up against a low block because he can eliminate players out of the game just by his sheer dribbling ability, but it adds an extra dimension to Aston Villa's attacks, ability to receive the ball on the half turn, but it's his drive and his energy when he's driving towards goal that really offers depth to Aston Villa's attacks. But we've seen it on full display yesterday. He's got the ability to come inside, open up different angles to get a shot off or find a pass or link up other players, but he's also got the ability to go on the outside and look for a cutback. So he's adding different dimensions, being unpredictable, and it's just elevating Aston Villa's game in the final third to another level. Then the next player I want to talk about is Andres Garcia, because I put a tweet out yesterday saying the way he's took to this Aston Villa team move into his stride is a testament to his character and his ability. Then someone bit back at us and said, well, he made a mistake against Liverpool. My God, if you want to define a player by one mistake, then football's not for you, I'm sorry. By one misplaced pass, every single player misplaces a pass or misses an easy chance or makes a mistake on a football pitch. It happens, but it's his exciting blend of defensive solidity and progressive prowess that really shine through to me. And the reason why I tweeted that out, because you often see players, but experienced players, come to the Premier League and struggle and need about 6 months to a year just to integrate into the pace and the physicality of the Premier League. But he definitely has. I'm going to list off some of the teams he's played against. His debut was against Wolves away. That's a Midlands derby. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a tough game. No matter where they are in the league, it's always going to be a tight, small margin game. Then he played against Tottenham, Ipswich, Liverpool, Chelsea, Crystal Palace and Cardiff. They're all difficult games, but his ability to come in and just fit so quickly and really contribute to Aston Villa's performances has been immense. But you also need to credit Aston Villa and the environment they've created, that it is easy for these guys to come in and just express themselves and be themselves. But he's also got a nice profile on the pitch, a combination of speed, technical ability and stamina. He's always wanting the ball, always looking to make an impact by playing forwards. And he's got this unique ability where he can come inside and play off his left foot, or he can go on the outside looking to get crosses in with his right foot. He's just been a great addition to Aston Villa's team. Now, am I saying he's the best fullback in the world? No. Am I saying he's a finished article? No, because there is areas for improvements. But what I'm trying to say is the way he's just integrated into the squad so comfortably and quickly is exceptional, and you need to give him credit for it. And the final person I want to touch upon is Bogard, because with the amount of injuries Aston Villa's had, he's not being able to have a solid position. He's played centre midfield, he's played right back, he's played centre back, and I just thought last night was a real mature performance. Even when Cardiff were trying to hit their outlet, he was bringing the ball down on his chest. He was just really solid, composed, excellent on the ball. He's played numerous different positions for Aston Villa, so that goes to show he's a real team player. He's versatile, technically talented, and he's calculated off the ball. Super composed in possession, like I mentioned, bringing the ball down, starting out attacks by playing out from the back. He had great use of the ball, progressing the play forwards. Didn't have much defending to do, but when he was called upon, he was really solid. And again, you might just say to us, well, it's only the Championship. But look at Crystal Palace. They conceded against Millwall. They will go on and win the game. But what I'm saying is, these Championship players are athletic, they're strong, they're powerful. They can punish you at any moment if you're not fully focused and concentrated. And this is what I'm trying to portray about Aston Villa's performance last night. concentrated, disciplined, professional, and got the job done, and that's all you can ask for a fan. So it's Club Brugge next in the UEFA Champions League. But what this does is it now gives Unai Emery a good headache. Villa now have options with different profiles. They've got dribblers in the squad, they've got creators, they've got space interpreters, they've got ball players, they've got physical players. Villa have a very healthy, balanced squad. And what I'm starting to like about this Villa squad is when they do rotate their players, the quality doesn't really drop. Because if you think, when you're bringing out Morgan Rogers and putting Marcus Rashford in, when you're bringing out Jacob Ramsey and putting Asensio in, the quality doesn't drop. But it was brilliant to see Boubacar Kamara back on the bench. And I think if he's fit and healthy, he has to start against Club Brugge. Because I think with Tielemans and McGinn, like I mentioned, they just lack some physicality. And I think with Kamara's ability off the ball and ability on the ball, he can really be a difference maker. But it was good to see some youngsters getting a run out. Jamaldine, Jimo, Aloba coming on to make his FA Cup debut. So it's good that Aston Villa are, yes, they're bringing in quality players through transfers, but they're also looking and identifying talents in their youth academy, because there is some talents in there. So it is exciting times for Aston Villa. So let's not look and be so reactional when a defeat does come or draw does come, because inconsistencies in football will happen. But look, there we are. I've probably spoke for too long. I've probably been too positive. But let us know in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. What you made of that performance? Will this now give you ambitions to go on and win the cup or go deeper in the Champions League? Let me know in the comments below. But also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, just for the dog at the start. But anyways, enjoy your day. Thank you very much for watching. Up the Villa.